The terrifying mystery of the unknown city of Atlantis. Humans have long been fascinated by the fictional utopian city of Atlantis, considering it a symbol of paradise lost. But it's not the only mysterious location that has been transformed into legend by the tides of time. In the following sections, we will look at the lost city of Atlantis, as well as other information that has captivated people throughout history. Today, we will be diving deeply into the mysterious city of Atlantis. You already know what channel this is. We bring you the most mysterious and hottest content. Strap in and prepare to have your minds blown. The Lost City of Atlantis. For thousands of years, people have been fascinated by the search for Atlantis. So much so that assuming that it was a real island, one must wonder where the lost city of Atlantis was supposed to be. Plato's allegorical dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, introduce the fictional island of Atlantis. In the end, Atlantis attacks Athens, and Athens responds with unprecedented force. The gods eventually abandon Atlantis, burning it to ashes and allowing the island to collapse in on itself due to earthquakes. Atlantis sinks below the waves. Even though Atlantis played a minor role in Plato's work, it has been represented as a lost utopia in many other artistic and literary movements. It is widely assumed that Atlantis was a myth. Many scholars have argued over the years that Plato may have based the story of Atlantis' destruction on real-life events. The mysterious location of Atlantis. Previously, researchers proposed that Atlantis could be found on the Greek island of Santorini, the Italian island of Sardinia, or Cyprus. However, recent research indicates that the city may be located in Cadiz, between the waters of Spain and Morocco. Tidal waves are common in the area, with one of the largest occurring in November of 1755 and being documented in historical accounts. The most perplexing question for all scientists is the location of Atlantis. According to the narrations, the city is thought to have sunk into the sea as a result of an earthquake or tidal wave. It is claimed that Atlantis was a large island near the Rock of Gibraltar with a Poseidon statue, concentric walls, and canals. Plato went on to say that the city beneath the sea should have been located somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. However, no such town on the ocean floor has been discovered using current technology. While some theories suggested that Atlantis was located in the Mediterranean, off the coast of Spain, others suggested that it could even be under Antarctica. For a long time, the Azores were thought to be the location of Atlantis. However, new research has revealed a new location, and scientists are confident that Atlantis can be found in Cadiz, somewhere between the waters of Spain and Morocco. The love story. According to legend, Poseidon, the god of the sea, storms, and earthquakes, built the city of Atlantis after falling in love with a mortal woman named Plato. To protect her, he built this city on top of a hill on an isolated island in the sea and named it Atlantis. Poseidon walked throughout the world looking for the largest island until he arrived at the largest of them all, Atlantis, and discovered it inhabited by people who were more beautiful and intelligent than the rest of the world. He met and fell in love with Plato, a prosperous and self-sufficient city. Atlantis, the fertile and beautiful city where half gods and half humans lived, is thought to have been an autonomous region where people grew their food and raised animals. Farmers in the city used to grow crops in the fertile plains on the outskirts using an irrigation system that was well maintained. They also created beautiful buildings and other architecture out of black and red stone. They also had access to rare metals and even alloys like brass, made extensive use of crystals for leisure and experimentation, and had plenty of free time to play with volcanoes. Is the city of Atlantis based on true events? While many people still believe the lost city of Atlantis is a conspiracy theory, many studies suggest that the fable is based on true events. Ocean explorer Robert Ballard sees logic in the story because it is similar to a massive volcanic eruption on the Greek island of Santorini in the Aegean Sea. According to Ballard, a highly advanced society that lived there vanished abruptly, similar to Atlantis. Ignatius Donnelly confirms the existence and disappearance of a mid-Atlantic continent in the exact same location mentioned by Plato. As the debate raged on, a few researchers claimed that this utopian kingdom was a whole continent located off the coast of the Bahamas, which was later swallowed up by the Bermuda Triangle. At the same time, another group proposed that modern Antarctica is an updated version of Atlantis, a land lost in the distance. Because Atlantis is a lost land, it has become a metaphor for something that is no longer attainable. The Lost Atlantis represents an idealization of the past for American poet Edith Willis Lynn Forbes. The present moment can only be treasured once this is realized. Ella Wheeler Wilcox discovers the setting for the lost land in one's carefree youth. Similarly, for the Irish poet Ewan Boland in Atlantis, a Lost Sonnet, the idea was defined when the old fable maker searched hard for a word to convey that what is gone forever. The 10 Atlantean Kings. Poseidon and Plato had 5 pairs of twins who ruled the 10 provinces that Poseidon had divided Atlantis into. The island and ocean were named after Poseidon's firstborn son, Atlas, who ruled over his brothers. The brothers and the descendants of their 10 royal houses ruled over many other islands as well as the peoples of the Mediterranean, west of Egypt and Tuscany. The 10 kings who ruled over their respective provinces are said to have met every 5th and 6th year to administer public affairs and render judgment in accordance with Poseidon's law and records inscribed on an orcalium pillar. The wealth of Atlantis. The people of Atlantis possessed enormous wealth, having an endless supply of metals, timber, animals, both tame and wild, including elephants, a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, and many other things. They quickly furnished their temples, harbors, and the rest of the country after receiving all of their products. They built a circular system of channels and bridges with towers and gates, as well as circular stone walls, coated with brass, tin, and orcalium, to surround their metropolis, which was about 6 miles or 10 kilometers from the sea. Who destroyed Atlantis? Atlantis was ruled by a confederation of kings, and its power stretched from Libya to Egypt and from Europe to Tuscany. Atlantis attempted to conquer the entire Mediterranean world about 8,000 years before the Trojan War, but was defeated by the ancient Athenians and their allies. When the gods realized Atlantis was inhabited by an evil race, they allowed the island to be destroyed by a flood. This flood would have preceded the flood in the age of Deucalion. The first 10 Atlantean kings were all sons of Poseidon and Plato. Atlas, the firstborn, was named king over the rest, and the island was named after him. Except for the names Atlas and Poseidon, the legend of Atlantis is unrelated to other myths. Atlantis was a prosperous kingdom, despite its wealth and advanced technologies, mighty fleets, and large armies. Atlantis was defeated in battle by the Athenians in those distant times. Furthermore, despite all of their knowledge, the people of Atlantis were unable to prepare for the natural disaster that struck them, nor were they able to avoid total destruction. It has also been claimed that the people of Atlantis degenerated, becoming spiritually ugly and unable to live a happy life. As a result, Zeus and the gods, seeing how evil this race had become, punished them by allowing them to be swallowed up by the sea. In conclusion, the fact that no trace of Atlantis has ever been discovered, despite advances in oceanography and ocean floor mapping in recent decades, it is the clearest indication that Atlantis is a myth. For nearly 2 millennia, readers might have suspected that the vast depths might conceal a sunken city or continent. Though much remains unknown at the bottom of the world's oceans, it is inconceivable that oceanographers, submariners, and deep-sea probes could have missed a landmass larger than Libya and Asia combined. And this is where our time together ends for today. It's been exciting so far. Tell us how thrilling the ride's been in the comments section below. For more awesome content, click the like button and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Till next time.